Ed.
Hey everybody, today I want to go over mainly the 3 to 15 power scope from SWFA. It's their newest in their SS line of scopes, but really in general I kind of wanted to speak to sub $1,000 first focal plane scopes, so I just wanted to compare this to a couple others that are on the market. I think this is going to be a great scope for someone out there that isn't quite sure what they're looking for yet and wants to give first focal plane a try, that keeps them under $1,000 and still delivers everything that they need to get out there and shoot. Like I said, this comes from SWFA. It's their SS line. It's 3 to 15 power, variable power. It's based on their Classic series. So if you've had or seen a 10 power fixed or 16 power fixed or even a 12 power fixed, it's going to look the same. It's a 30 millimeter main tube. You have a 42 millimeter bell, and you have adjustable turrets, finger adjustable turrets. These aren't locking. They're not zero stop. They're not high speed, but they are very solid, distinctive clicks. Now somehow SWFA gets 36 mils of travel out of a 30 millimeter tube. I'm not sure how they do that. I'm trying to figure it out myself. I've actually posted up a question. If anybody knows the answer to that, let me know. It has their Milquad reticle. Instead of circles or oval shapes where the mills are, you're going to have diamond shapes, and big diamond shapes for mil and smaller diamond shapes for half. Another thing you have is a side parallax adjustment, and then you're going to have 5 mils per turn. Like I said, no zero stops, no illumination, pretty much no frills, but you do have matching turret, matching reticle. So let's go over a couple other things about this scope. One, the glass. It's not the HD glass that comes on the SWFA SS HD line. It is pretty decent glass. The only thing I have to really compare it to eye for eye that's in my possession right now that's similar is the Bushnell ERS. It's their Gen 2 version of the G2 DMR or HDMR, and it's definitely not on par with that glass. I mean, side by side, looking at the same thing, in my opinion, it's obvious. But it's also $699, not $2,000. In my opinion, right now, I don't think there's anything else that can get you into a first focal plane scope that is durable, has really nice turrets that I'm sure will adjust well for this price. The next closest thing is going to be the EDMR. That's the enhanced, or EMDR. That's the enhanced EDMR. Enhanced mil dot reticle is what they call their reticle though, and that's very similar to this scope. It's a 3 to 15. It has 27 mils of internal elevation. It does have illumination, and it has locking turrets. This doesn't have locking turrets, and it doesn't have illumination. The Weaver 3 to 15 is going to be $799, $749 in some places. Just check around, and that's the closest thing in price. In my opinion, you don't need illumination for a scope like this. If you're hunting or you're shooting night missions or something like that, you want to get illumination, you'll pay a little more for illumination for a hunting scope. There's other scopes out there that will probably suit your needs better. This will get you into shooting long range, practical, tactical type of things. I mean, you should easily be able to get out to 1,000 yards with a 15 power scope. I was doing it with my Night Force. Next, you're going to have the Vortex Viper, the PST line. Great scopes. It's the 4 to 16. And that's going to come with their EBR1. Now for you MOA guys, you can get a Vortex Viper and MOA, the EBR1 MOA. Very similar as far as reticle goes. You're going to have hashes. You're going to have big hashes and half hashes for mil and half mil. It's real easy to see. Really decent glass on it. It is also illuminated. And it also has a zero stop that's shim based. The Vortex PST has the lowest amount of elevation internally. It's 21 mils, which is still nothing short of great for a scope of that price range. Now that's going to run $899. So you're stepping up there in options and in price. So you really have to think about what it is that you want out of your scope, and then you can use that as your platform on what you want to buy. If you just want to get right in here and shoot something like this for $699, it has this cattail on here. makes it real easy for moving in and out. The reticle is nice and crisp. It looks like it's built really tough. I have some 30mm vortex rings on here. You can really get a hold of those turrets and drag them through without any problems. Everything's really visible. You know, if you want to get in under $700, you're looking at it right here. I can't really think of anything else that you could find minus a used scope that would get you in that price range. Anything else above that, at least, you know, the Viper being an $899, I would say your next jump is going to be, you know, like an HDMR, and finding that, you know, below map at 1100 is going to be your best deal. So those are three you definitely look at, but I think this really is probably going to take the cake right now as far as value. You know, I've just had it for a couple of days, so I can't really speak to how durable it is. But if it's anything like the rest of their line, it's, you know, they've proven to have quality, to be of good quality. So I'm going to try and give this some, you know, proper testing and have a full review on it later. But I just kind of wanted to take a quick look at it, so those people that are out there just really looking to get into shooting matches that want a first focal plane scope and don't want to spend more than $1,000. Those are three scopes to definitely look at, and I would definitely look at this one first. Thanks. 7. That's really nice to have. It also has. Are you fucking kidding me?